Hello, dear friends. Here we are. Yes, drops of light. And today is day 13th. We're talking about drops of wisdom. Don't we need it? Yes, we need a lot of wisdom and a lot of wisdom around the world. We need it to make the right decisions. And this spiritist poetry comes precisely to help us really calibrate ourselves so we can make the right choices. You're coming in and we are here live on Facebook. If this is on demand for you, we are on YouTube at Cardiac Radio. You can subscribe to it, and we are also at our app or website, cardiacradio.com. Cardiac Radio is working daily to improve and reach out to more people, and also to provide to all of you content that can help you in your study sessions, that can help you in your daily needs as well, from morning to afternoon, evening, during the night. When we build our playlists that are on demand, that are going to be broadcast in our app, we're thinking about potentially the issues that are coming along. And Cardiac Radio has more than 60 programs already, and more to come, more and more people helping bring forth this message that is really, disseminating throughout our beautiful planet. And you're welcome to join us in this teamwork effort. We always need help. And if by any chance you know skills regarding web mastery, how to do websites, please contact us. From the Spiritist magazine to Cardiac Radio, we really need help ASAP. So I'm going to repeat. If you know, either yourself or somebody who would like to volunteer on webmaster skills, Cardiac Radio, and also the magazine, drop us a line at cardiacradio@gmail.com. We really need a lot of help in that regard, okay? We're going to begin today with a poem from the book Drops of Light by the spirit author Casimiro Cunha. And this book is in Portuguese, published in 1953. The spirit author Casimiro Cunha brought it to us, besides many other poems and books, through Xavier. And this book is all about those drops of wisdom that can help us synchronize. Did you know we need to do daily exercises on self-love, daily exercises on love for the world, talking about the world, the United States of America? And you may ask, but Vanessa, why the United States of America? Right now, I tell you, the brain of the planet needs our help. Let us pray, especially tonight, that our study session can give strength and protection so we can make right decisions to the whole body of the planet. All right? Is that good? All right. So Rafael is listening to us from Querétaro, Mexico. Welcome, Rafael. And beautiful Erica is here with us, with Danny. Right, Erica? Ceissa, how are you, Ceissa? And we have here with us Rita de Cássia, how are you? Angelita, how are you? Patricia, yes. It's funny, right, Sunshine, that it comes over reversed. Yeah, Facebook always brings reversed. You see, this is my left hand, the wedding ring, and for you, it looks like the right one. Facebook. Funny Facebook. All right, and we have Sol here with us. How are you? Adilson, beautiful friend too. Thank you for being with us. And you know, Binhão is here with us. And beautiful Roni Lamar with Olivia. Olivia, I'm so happy that you're there. See your pictures in your mom's Facebook page, and I tell you this, I'm very proud of you and her. Very, very proud, okay? Solange, how are you? Rudy is present. How are you? Nina, beautiful Nina, praying for your mom. Lisa Teles, and you're right, Lisa. Friends from around the world. I tell you the truth, Cardiac Radio is growing so much, and I'm not exaggerating, that we need help. So if you know webmaster skills, contact us at Cardiac Radio. We need help both at the Spiritist Magazine and Cardiac Radio. Okay? You ready? Yes? Set and go. Drops. Chapter 23 from the book Gotas de Luz, now in English. You know, we've been doing this exercise of feeling through the Spiritist poetry. Only 10 stanzas. It's like only 10. And in these verses, we read it in Portuguese, the original, and then we bring it in English. You know, it's not like a long text. So it's a good exercise of feeling. And then you see the difference. When you shift to another language, of course it's the same. But the difference is when I understand what is being written, I feel better. I feel the scripture better, right? Gotas, gotas, drops. May I, friends? In Portuguese first, I'm just repeating, huh? Gotas, insultos, provocações. Não retenhas na memória. A inveja é sempre um tributo que a mesquinhez rende à glória. Não te esqueças da bondade no trato com toda a gente. É tão difícil ser justo, que mais vale ser clemente. Quando estamos dominados pelo egoísmo vibrante, o mal alheio é um cabelo e o nosso é sempre um gigante. Humilhações do caminho são golpes e ulcerações, mas quem humilha a si mesmo recolhe grandes lições. Realmente somos donos dos olhos, dos pés, dos braços, mas Deus é sempre o Senhor da força de nossos passos. A riqueza que garante bondade, paz e alegria caminha por toda parte como o sol que se irradia. Foge à sombra da tristeza e ao gelo do desengano. A amargura dentro da alma é como a traça no pano. Alma grande, consagrada, a virtude meritória converte todo fracasso em plantação de vitória. A luz só encontra a luz no brilho do próprio seio. Quem muitas nódoas possui, vê nódoas no rosto alheio. Miséria parada e escura é sempre triste label, mas pobreza que trabalha é condução para o céu. In English, drops, insults and provocations. Do not hold them in your memory. Envy is always a tribute that pettiness surrenders to glory. Do not forget the goodness needed when dealing with everyone. It is so hard to be just that it is worthier to be merciful. When we are dominated by vibrant selfishness, The evil towards others is a tiny hair, and ours is always a giant. Humiliations on the road are blows and ulcerations, but whoever humbles himself gathers great lessons. Indeed, we're the owners of our eyes, of our feet, of our arms, but God is always the Lord of the strength of our steps. The wealth that assures kindness, peace, and joy walks everywhere like the radiating sun. Flee the shadows of sadness, and from the eyes of disillusionment, bitterness within the soul is like the moth in the cloth. Great soul consecrated to meritorious virtue converts every failure in crops of victory. The light only finds the light in the flesh of itself. Whoever acquires many stains only sees bruises on the face of others. Still and dark misery is always sad tent, but poverty that works is the conduction, the transportation to heaven. You know, poetry, as we say, it's always very interesting. It's so fleeting, right? You read poetry and it's at the same time impacting and fleeting. It comes your way and it goes. It's supposed to be like this. It's supposed to be very subtle. Because it's not a discourse to be immediately understood by reason. It has to be felt by your affection. It's completely different from a dissertation. When you write a dissertation, you're working mostly with your reasoning, of course with your feelings too, but the reasoning is the one that is going to decode it. Poetry, we need to understand it with our hearts. So it's a good exercise to feel the scripture. And did you know that that's the reason why the first book that became a bestseller and opened the doors for the public regarding Chico Xavier's mediumship was about Spiritist poetry? Have you ever wondered why? Remember Jesus when he said, Nicodemus, it's not enough to know. You forgot to feel it, to feel the scriptures. When the promised consoler comes back to the earth, through the hands of Chico Xavier, we are reinserted into the feeling of the scriptures through poetry. So why not bringing the study of Spiritist poetry in your center? Why not? The study and also the recitation. You don't need to memorize it. You know, that's a thing of the ego. We have to memorize. You don't have to memorize. Read it, as simple as that. But give people an opportunity to feel the scriptures. It's not only about knowing. It's about giving people an opportunity to feel. Does it make sense to you, my friends? This is something that Mentor Joseph has been telling us all along. Right, Rihanna? Welcome. And Erica is saying, so beautiful, the poem. So right. So let's see what is the main theme of this poetry. I'm going to repeat what Mentor Joseph is suggesting, that we bring this poetry to our centers, to our study sessions, even if it's just to recite. You know, we always read a message before we open a Spiritist session, a meeting. Why not reading Spiritist poetry? You know, it contains the message, but it's going to trigger in people feelings of rhythm, vibrations, movement. Leon Denis says, poetry is a form of music, and music is about movement, vibration. So when we are reciting Spiritist poetry, we're giving people an opportunity to calibrate their feelings to the highest level, right? Carol Correa is here with us as well. So it begins by talking about something. Drops of Wisdom. We retitled it just because so much wisdom here. There's so much wisdom. You see, all this poetry about in this book is teaching us to be better at social skills. Casimiro Cunha is giving to us opportunities to be better at our social skills. So he begins by talking about a critical thing. When people insult you, when they provoke you, they tease you, he's saying, do not keep it in your memory. Whoa, is that possible? Yes, it is. How? By substituting by another thought. Let it be. Leave it alone. And he says, envy is something so petty. Because people insult us and they provoke us because there is envy on the behind the scenes. So when people insult us, we think, why are they doing this? Because they are envious of something? But Vanessa, who am I? I don't know, but for them, you're somebody. I think everybody's somebody is important, but for them, they see something that is bothering them, they want to put us down. Hopefully, we're not going to do this to others. Right, Liz Delia? How are you, my friend? Hola, amiga. Right? So here we have the opportunity of really rejoicing in this study. He's saying, be careful. Why are people insulting? You know, and sometimes it's about the way we're perceiving it, because we never know if it's really what they meant. Have you thought about this? The fact that there are spirits who don't want us to be friends with people, and they whisper things saying, oh, this person is putting you down. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. It's just the way we're perceiving it, right? But he's saying if we need to put aside insults, on the other hand, he says, do not forget to be kind with everyone. You know, he's saying it's hard to be just. So it's worthwhile being merciful. How about that, being merciful? You want to read more about it? Go to the Gospel According to Spiritism. There you're going to find an opportunity to learn more about being merciful. And me too. All of us, remember, we're on the same boat. Right? Yeah. So let's row our boats. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. No hurry, my friend. You know, often we are like, oh, I'm so bad. I'm such a bad person. Don't say this to yourself, please. Okay? Row your boat gently down the stream. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. We need to be gentle with ourselves, forgive ourselves so we can forgive others, be strict with our imperfections, but gentle with our proposal. Self-punishment doesn't go anywhere. So question number 1 for the therapeutic moment today. Are you often punishing yourself, even if unconsciously, by the things you don't approve of yourself? How do you often punish yourself? Because some people, they feel so guilty by doing this, that, and the other, that they start feeling that they are punishing themselves. Why? We're not God, and God doesn't punish us. So let us repeat, my friends, daily. As Emmanuel says, thought is life. Thought is life. How do we translate it? Every day. Every day. Tell yourself, I love and approve of myself. And put your hand on your chest to feel the vibrations. Feel it. Because whatever we say is going to stay here with us. I love and approve of myself. I love and approve of myself. We come from many reincarnations in which we didn't approve several things. And often we programmed ourselves in previous lives stating, I don't deserve to be happy. And it's there. And the physical body is just receiving the imprint. So we need to reverse it and tell ourselves a new program. I am glorious because I'm a child of God. Repeat it. No, this is not the La La Land. This is actually the Christ consciousness. You cannot be good to others if you're not good to yourself. You cannot accept other people's excellence if you don't accept your excellence. Yes, you're not going to be able to admire others if you don't admire yourself. We need to love others as we love ourselves. So push. Coach. I love myself. I'm glorious. Push-ups of the soul. Shall we? Push-ups. Yes. Crunches. I love myself. I love myself. Yoga, stretching your soul and say, I am divine. I am illuminated. If you don't accept your greatness, who will? And how are you going to accept other people's greatness? How? So, rejoice and say, I am joy of living. And feel it right here. It changes the vibration. Say it. I am joy of living. I am joy of living. And when you feel it, that is impacting the vibration of your body molecules as well. You want health? Change your thought. Change your life. Change your feelings. You're feeling awkward and rejected. If you're feeling that people are insulting you or rejecting you, he's saying, don't keep that in your memory. People are sick. Tell them you are children of God. You need to accept your greatness too. If you cannot tell them that, tell them in your thought, in your feelings, in your vibrations. Believe in your divine. You are divine. You are divine. Talking about divine, Manuel Gamas is here. Can't believe it. Manuel, how are you, my friend? Beautiful talks. We need to make arrangements for you to come here to DC, to Virginia, okay? Michele, how are you, Michele? And Inês, how are you, friends? Annie Mércia, Silva Otero, how are you, friends? So, let us repeat. Our beautiful Casimiro Cunha, in the book Drops of Light, he's telling us, when we are dominated by vibrant selfishness, the evil towards others become invisible like a hair, he says. But the evil towards us becomes giant. Isn't that true? When we're selfish, the evil towards others is like, oh yeah. But towards us is like, oh. Like when they are a toddler and they scratch their knee and they're like, oh, my knee, as if it's the end of the world. That's us. That's us when we are selfish. That's Casimiro Cunha. You see how Casimiro Cunha is helping us polish our social skills to Christ consciousness. Christ consciousness. Road humiliations, he's saying, are blows and ulcerations. But whoever humbles himself gathers great lessons. Celia, from the book 50 years later, she surrendered to humiliations, lacerations, provocations, and at the end of it all, who was the greatest? The one that humbled herself. Where are we regarding our humility and when we are being humiliated? You know, don't take offense. We need to humble ourselves. Oh, people don't see the value. You know, when you're in the right road, on the right road, most often than not, people are not going to see it. Majority of people won't. Who cares? Look at our Master, Jesus Christ. You think he was a rock star at his time? No. Do you think he was a celebrity? No. Do you think he was given an easy life? No. So why are we expecting that our lives are going to be like that? We're supposed to learn to be humble, right? So here we have beautiful Casimiro Cunha saying to us, flee from the shadow of sadness and disillusionment. Bitterness within the soul is like the moth in the cloth. Like the moth in the cloth. You know, when you wake up and people feel like, nothing's going well my way. No, it's not supposed to be my way. No, it has to be God's way. So we look up and say, God, what is in for me? What can I learn from it? Right? Rejoice. Of course, we're going to talk to friends and share the thoughts and feelings about life the way we're feeling. But we're not going to get discouraged. We're going to stand up tall and go. Move forward. Move forward. Move forward. What do you think? Make sense to you? Yes. And at the end of it all, he says, still and dark misery is always sad tent, but poverty that works is a heavenly path. Why is he saying this? He's telling us that no matter the circumstances, let's rejoice and work and be laborious and be useful. The homework for the next 24 hours, what is it? Mentor Joseph is asking us to convert every failure into crops of victory. That's one of the verses of this poem. Let's convert every failure in the next 24 hours. Even if it is like you're attempting to make coffee, didn't work, convert it into a crop of victory. How you're going to do it, you can share with us at Cardiac Radio. Why not writing to us at Cardiac Radio, sharing how you're going to convert your failures. I'm not wishing you any failure, but you know, little things. You planned something and something else happened, into crops of victory. Shall we, my friends? Yes, Paula. Yes, she's saying the best things that happened to me turned out to be the opposite of what I wanted at the time. God always has the best in mind for us. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, friends. And let's meditate. A lot of food for thoughts, drops of wisdom. Casimiro Cunha with us and Xavier. And hopefully until the next 24 hours, drops of light.